Hi guys, we're back in the studio again, and the reason for this video is I've had some requests about how to do Western letters, and so I'm going to do just a short segment here. We're going to show you step by step how to take our standard letters, which are our standard layout letters, and we're going to show you how to change those, morph them into a Western letter. So this is what I want to do now. On our letters, when we say our layout letters, in case you haven't watched some of our other videos, these are outset letters. Okay, that's where we carve around the letter and then we carve the background away so that it's an outset letter. The small letters here are inset letters, as are these. So there's where they're just carved into the board. And we're gonna do both of those styles of letters. After we convert them into a Western letter, we're going to do both of those styles of letters on this video. So it'll just give you some additional techniques to make additional signs using the same stuff that you have already. So what we've done is I've laid this out. I've set the letters up on this board. When you're setting these up, you kind of have to have them a little bit further apart than you would normally have them on a normal setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this now that the sign is all laid out, the word is laid out. And I measured in and I have a line, but I'm going to show you the final lines after I get this sprayed. So we're going to shut the camera off now, and then I'll come back on and I'll show you how I spray this. Okay guys, I'm going to show you right now. This is our marsh ink. This is our standard ink, and I'm going to show you how I spray these letters. And you've seen before when we're doing the letters how we spray them. And then once we get them sprayed, after they dry, and these are almost dry now because this is a nice warm day, I'm going to click those off of there. Okay? Now, it's very important, and this is critical when you're modifying these letters into Western letters. You draw a line at the top and the bottom, just like I'm doing here. It's absolutely essential that you get these lines drawn. And what's also essential is you get a center line. What I'm doing here is just, you can eyeball the center line, but it's absolutely essential that you draw a line down through the center. You'll see what that's for when I get into the fine detail. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in a close-up and show you how I modify these letters with a pencil. Okay folks, now you're probably looking right at the W. So when we're making a frontier letter, we want it with this center line, and there's a reason we made that center line. We come out and make a little bit of a point with a pencil, okay? And this is a line that we're going to follow when we actually carve. And we do this so that you can see each step that we take to modify this into a Western letter. Now on the bottom of the W's, and I'll show you some of the other letters as well, I come up and put a little bit of a dip there, and then I come out and put a little bit of a ball. So you can see this on the bottom of the W. So when it's carved, this is the way the letter will look. And it takes a little bit of time to do this, but it just really makes a nice letter. And all this is just handwork, and that's really all it is. And then up at the top, what I do is I come and I round this out a little bit, and then I come a little dip there and a little dip there, and then I come on around. So you can see this will be the shape of the top of that W, and I'll do it in two places. And on this one, because it's the narrow one, I'll only do just one dip on this one. And you'll find as you do these, as you get into doing them, you'll know that line is there, and you'll know that this is a wide one, so you do two dips This is a narrow one, so you just do that one dip in there. And I'm taking a little bit longer than I really need on this, but it's important in order to make this letter look right. You'll see, once it's carved, you'll see exactly what the details that you draw on there with a pencil, what they look like. Now we're going to move over to the next letter, which is an E. We're going to do the same thing over here. We've got two dips, because this is quite a bit of room. We got two dips here and two dips here. Okay, now up here we're going to go with one dip, and then again this will be rounded. This will have the point because it's the outside of the letter, and then one dip down here at the bottom of the letter, and then one dip here at the bottom of the letter, one dip up here. So when the letter is carved, these dips will be there. This is, again, is going to be an outset letter. We're going to carve around the outside of this letter. And then on the S, it's the same thing. I'm going into a little detail on these, but you'll need to know, get some idea of how we do all of this. And then on the little point for the center, just be sure that it's somewhere near this line that you drew through here. And again, it doesn't have to be exact, but once you get into where you're doing this, when you're coming around here, you're going to just come out here and make sure that little point is at the outside of the letter. Now, from this letter on, these are going to be inset letters, but that really doesn't matter. You're still going to put the point at the center of the letter. On each letter you're going to put the point, then you're going to draw those dips so that you still get the same effect, even though this is going to be an inset letter rather than an outset letter. So now this letter is going to be around the outside. This letter, everything is going to be cut away on the inside. And it's basically the same thing on that I made on that first E. You just make these little lines, and the reason you do this is just to remind you when you're carving that you see those lines and you know exactly what you're going to do when you get to them. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to finish the layout, but I don't need to do it on camera. And then we're going to come back and we're going to show you how we carve these. Okay, I just wanted you to know now, because of the detail on this, it takes time for us to really do it and make it look right. And we've already used up, YouTube has a limit of 10 minutes on a video, and we're already close to 9 minutes on this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut this off. We're going to do this in a series. There'll probably be 3, maybe 4 videos that explain all of this with the carving and the finishing and the whole thing to get this done the way we wanted to do it and to show it to you. If I were teaching you, if you were here personally, I want to show you on this video just what I would teach you. So stay with us. We'll probably have maybe 3 videos in a series on making these Western letters.